Hi folks, we're gonna go see a baby who's sick. The child is petrified of masks and mom has asked me not to wear a mask, so I'm honoring that request, and let's go see. Hello. Hi. How you guys doing? How you doing?
What?
I heard you're sick. Are you sick? I like your ribbon on your hair. It's a cool headband. Yes, it is.
She looks so much like you. It's crazy. I know, by the way.
Thank you. It's good to get some credit.
That's right. Good.
Because those two don't at all.
Right. You guys take after Dad?
Yes.
Yeah. So tell me the story. What's been going on?
So she just woke up yesterday at about 4 o'clock, just crying and really hot. And she's never been sick before, so I don't know. Super healthy baby.
Okay.
So since it's her first time, I just want to make
so
sure.
Hot and fussy. I can see she looks a little kind of not quite right. Is anyone else sick at home?
No. So we think it might be her two top teeth coming in because the lower ones already came in a couple weeks ago.
You got
I
hiccups.
just want to make sure.
You got hiccups? Yeah. You got the hiccups. Got the hiccups.
She's not sure.
Oh! Strange anxiety. That was too much excitement. Dr. Paul, you've gone and done it now. So is there any cough?
No.
Any vomiting or diarrhea?
No. Does it help you?
You can hold her. Probably be happier in arms. There you go. There you go. Sorry about that. That was way too much excitement, obviously. That was way too much excitement. Look. Here. You want that?
This is new. Just a couple days ago, she started recognizing.
The stranger anxiety. I'm going to get behind her so she doesn't have to see me.
Oh, there's a mirror.
Oh, you still see me. Who's that? Who's that pretty girl? Look, her lungs are nice and clear. Who's that pretty girl? That's you. Who's that pretty girl? That's a nice big so we can look at the throat. Yeah. We're gonna take a good look at that throat. She's getting the good job. There it is. That's a perfect look at the throat. Now if you hold her over your shoulder, so I can pin her up against you and look at her ears. There we go. There we go. Oh, honey, it's okay. That one's perfect. Other side. On this side. Oh, honey. Oh, that's perfect as well. Okay. Okay. All done. All done. Yeah. Yeah. All done. Good job. We're trying. You did a good job with that. Oh, that's a good one. There you go. There you go. That's a good one.
She hasn't slept much either.
Yeah. So, do you find her to be mostly alert?
Yes, she's eating good. She's drinking good.
Okay.
But another thing, she hasn't gone poop in like more than a day, and she usually goes 3 to 5 to 7 times a day
Is
at
she
least.
breastfed?
Yes.
Strictly?
No.
No, she eats solids too?
Yes. A lot of
Okay.
solids. I mean, she's been doing that since like 5 months. So. But I mean, it's just been one day, so I'm
yeah.
but
The bowel movements have been soft though.
yeah, The last one.
Yeah.
But she
Wouldn't worry
hasn't
about that. Little distraction. Sometimes if I look away with a kid who's had stranger anxiety, I don't actually look them in the eye. That works better. So I'm kind of avoiding eye contact right now. Yeah.
This is totally new.
Sister. I am not worried. I mean, it's pretty early on, right? We've got fever and fussiness for a day. Absolutely nothing in the story that makes me think of a bad infection. Could it just be teething? Depends. What was the highest fever?
100.7.
So barely a fever. I mean, technically 100.4, 100.6 is the cutoff for a real fever. How did you take that temperature? Ears? Yeah, those can be a little unreliable. I mean, we use them too, but they're not super accurate. I think let's go with how fussy we are. And if things are getting worse, we're going to reevaluate and maybe do blood work at that point. But 24 hours into a fever with a kid who's alert and basically still eating fine, and it's just worth watching it. It's probably either the teething or a viral illness at this point. And yeah, if things get a lot worse, come back. Does that sound okay?
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure it's nothing like life-threatening.
Yeah. Are you worried about COVID?
No.
Okay. I'm not either.
No. I'm just, she just started putting everything into her mouth, so like, who knows?
Yeah. Super.
Yeah.
Okay. So the things that cause fever that we want to just be thinking about, and this is what most pediatricians are going to run through in their minds. If you just think from the top on down, highly, highly, highly unlikely, like I haven't seen it in 15 years, meningitis, right? Brain inflammation. Those kids get more and more lethargic. I mean, you'll know. It's going to get from bad to worse. You don't get the eye contact. You don't get happiness, consoling, playfulness. It's just like out of it and very, very fussy to sleepy. Not even on the radar. Eye infections, you'd have discharge, nothing there. Ears are perfect. We already looked like ear infections. Throat looks perfect. Strep throat, pretty unlikely, almost impossible at this age. Then we get to cough and lung issues like pneumonia. If it was something bacterial, lungs are clear. Wouldn't expect anything wrong with the heart. Tummy problems would be like vomiting, diarrhea. That may develop. Time will tell. Sort of a little intestinal infection. Girls can have bladder infections, so that would be something. Fever with no other reason to explain it, we would ultimately get a urine. Day one of something that, urinary tract infections as the cause of fever, pretty rare. We're talking in the range of maybe 5%. If you looked at all causes. So I don't want to chase that just yet. It's not easy to get a good urine sample on a kid this size. You'd have to put a bag on them, which bag specimens are so-so. I mean, if it's normal, it's good, but if it's not, you can't really rely on it. And we certainly don't want to catheterize every kid that gets a fever. So we'll wait and see, but that's just on that list of possibilities. Common things being common, it's usually viral, either respiratory or GI. Right, so intestinal or upper respiratory. We don't have respiratory symptoms. We have maybe a hint of a GI thing, just with the bowel movements having changed. So I'm kind of leaning towards that's more likely. It's definitely not ears because we checked. It's definitely not throat. I looked. It's not lungs. So probably viral. It'll develop into a cold cough, or it'll develop into vomiting, diarrhea, or one or the other. Or if we're having higher and higher fevers and nothing else, we'll have to check a urine. And at that point, you probably wait another day or two. Come in Friday, let's say, if things are persisting and not getting better. And at that point, we can do blood work. We can check a urine. It's pretty easy to do.
Could this be teething?
Possible. Yeah, if we get 102 or higher, I wouldn't blame that on teething. Low grade, maybe.
Is there a way to check? I don't know.
No, not really. I didn't see anything that said it was teething when I looked in there. But yeah, I'd say more than likely it's a viral illness. Yeah, but nothing serious. Okay, super. Any other questions?
No.
No? Do you have any questions?
Why can only girls get bladder infections?
That is an excellent question. So why can girls only get bladder infections? Boys can as well. But the reason girls mostly get bladder infections and not boys is the way things are built down there where you go pee. So girls have a vagina and it's very close to where we poop, right? So if you're wiping and you're not real careful about how you wipe, for example, if I reached down and I wiped forward like that, I could pull poop into the vagina, which is where the urethra, where the pee comes out right there at the vagina. And so you can contaminate that area from the poop. Boys have a little thing there, right, the penis, and it sort of makes it harder for the poop to get all the way up the little tube into the bladder. So it's kind of just has to do with how close the poop is to where you pee. That was a good question, though.
She looks delighted to know.
You're really glad you asked that one? Well, doctors talk about pee and poop and vaginas and penises, so it's like, oh no, I can't believe he did that. Did you have any other questions? Now she probably wants to know where babies come from.
Right.
Let that birds and the bees convo go from mom.
Yeah, the birds and the bees gonna come from mom. That'll be later. I planted the seed. Sorry. Sorry about that. Do you have any questions?
Why do you get appendicitis?
Why do you get appendicitis?
Oh my goodness.
That's a really good question. Man, ask me the hard ones. Well, the appendix is an interesting little place. Food goes down your mouth, down your esophagus, into your stomach, and then all through the intestines. And right over here where the intestines meet your colon, which goes up, ascending, transverse, and descending, right there is this little flap about that big that's called the appendix, and it's just a little pouch. I think it actually has some function, but nobody's really sure about what that is and whether you actually need an appendix. But because the colon, the large intestine, has a lot of bacteria in it, bacteria can get trapped in that little pouch, the appendix, and if they get stuck there and they sort of over multiply, they can cause an infection.
That's what happened to Mom.
Mom had an appendicitis? Yep. You had your appendix out?
Just a couple weeks ago.
Oh, that's why you wanted to
poisoning.
know. From food poisoning?
Oh, I thought it was.
Oh,
I
okay.
just tried walking it
Yeah.
off.
So you had
days
emergency
later.
surgery?
Yeah.
Was it
3 days
ruptured?
later. It was for 3 days.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. So you were in the hospital maybe 2-3 days?
Oh, more.
More,
My
yeah.
grandma
poor
had to
thing.
babysit
Wow, you look
me.
great for having just 2 weeks ago been in the hospital with ruptured appendix.
Yeah.
Wow, that is a super question. Good question. So if you have pain and the little appendix breaks open, which is what happened with Mom, then the infection's all inside. So it's a lot worse. So she's lucky she's doing so well. You're lucky you got your mom back, huh? Yeah. Was that scary when she was in the hospital?
If my dad didn't force my mom to go in the hospital, she would be dead.
Thank goodness for Dad
Thank
being
goodness
so
for stubborn dads.
stubborn dads, yeah. Or actually, I don't know what to say about that,
To
but
go in the hospital.
yeah. Well, it is possible to survive appendicitis, but whew, it's probably those are one of those moments we're glad we have antibiotics and modern medicine. Yeah. So that was an excellent question. Do you have another question? I do, but I don't want to ask. Okay, next time.
Next time.
Next time. You guys are great. Thank you so much for being with us here, and come back in a day or two if things are definitely taking a turn
Yeah,
for the
we will.
worse. Of course, you can call anytime.
Okay.
But yeah, we gotta, other than some stranger anxiety and a low-grade fever, we got a healthy kid here.
Okay.
All right, super. Well, thanks for watching, folks. There you have it, a young one with fever and not much else. You still got to go through the thought process, so thanks for taking this journey with us. And now you know things like about why girls or women are more likely to get bladder infections, and you know a little bit more about appendicitis. Not much, but a little bit.
Okay.
Take care.
Bye, you guys. Bye. Good job.
Bye.